Signings were largely financed by the sale of Ray Wilkins, but he's not the only name missing. Stapleton, McQueen and McGrath are all injured. Muren and Arthur Graham not selected. But two 20-year-olds there who cost nothing. Graham Hogg at number 6, Mark Hughes at number 9. Watford's two unsettled players are both included, although I firmly believe number 8 Mo Johnston will stay with the club. Number 10 Kenny Jackett is only on a conditional contract, and George Riley's future could be interesting. Now he's dropped to substitute to make way for Luther Blissett, whose year in Milan earned Watford a profit of £450,000. The referee this afternoon is David Hutchinson from Harrogate. And the groundsman here, Gordon Strachan, has got the Old Trafford pitch looking at its best for several years. Although I'm sure he would appreciate a spot of rain, he isn't allowed to water it artificially in the present state of things. But it's sunshine here for the packed crowd, and Manchester United in a nice, smart, new red strip, playing from left to right. Really noses in quickly, had to be. Strachan. Robson. In trouble against Blissett. The England captain caught in possession, and for him that's a crime in his own half, and Luther Blissett let him off the hook. That was Les Taylor forward. By Barnes. Strachan for Manchester United. Robson's begun a forward run in the inside left position. He's got yards of space. Well cut out by Nigel Callaghan. But still, United press with Orbiston. Now it's Robson. Orbiston couldn't reach it. Here's Barnes. Rostron in the attack here. Mo Johnston in a good position to Blissett's right. Hogg. And now Bardsley. And once again Johnston threatens. He's ahead of Orbiston here. And Barnes is coming in, and it was touched back by the Manchester United defender, Kevin Moran, who might feel fortunate not to concede an own goal. Forward by Olsen. It was an awkward ball for any defender to deal with that, because Johnston had got clear. But credit Moran in that he didn't put enough weight on the ball to send it back over his own goal line. And United escaped. This is Taylor. Orbiston's header, Olsen. Moses. Just look at the length of that kick by Gary Bailey, deep into the heart of Watford territory. Alan Brazil. Now Robson. Touched by Blissett. Good challenge by Robson, and then cleared by Sinnott. That was Strachan finding Hughes. Brazil's in the centre, so is Olsen. Oh, good header by David Bardsley. Right off the head of Brian Robson, effectively. Splendid defensive header. But there's more to come, perhaps, from Manchester United here. Strachan. Duxbury. Moses. Brazil. Robson setting himself here for a shot. And good challenge by Kenny Jackett. Well, fullbacks have all sorts of jobs to do, and that was cover by David Bardsley on a cross, and how well he flicked the ball out from danger. Rostrom. Driven low for Blissett to turn, and off Hogg that came. Together. Olsen has switched to the right wing, but he had no chance of reaching that. Strachan. Oh, he's taken it through himself. The referee had played an advantage. And Strachan fouled by Sherwood, penalty. Now, that was a very interesting piece of refereeing. Not because of the penalty award, that seemed fairly obvious. But what the referee did, he acknowledged the linesman's flag against another Manchester United player who was not interfering. Therefore, Strachan, who brought the ball through from an onside position, was allowed to go. It was almost back to the Leeds West Brom incident in '71. Les Taylor has protested, as Leeds did then, but the referee exercised his right to say that player was not interfering. And Gordon Strachan will take the penalty himself, having brought the ball through and been brought down. Will it be his first goal in the Canon League? It is. And it puts Manchester United into the lead after 23 minutes. No doubt about the penalty award, in my opinion, as Strachan tried to go round the goalkeeper, but a talking point in the way the referee allowed the game to go. Despite the linesman's flag, there was a player in an offside position, but in the opinion of David Hutchinson, he was not interfering or seeking to gain an advantage. And those who like to see the play flow and dislike the offside flag will not be complaining, because Strachan, who brought the ball through, was clearly onside the whole time. Here's Barnes. So Manchester United, who have defeated Watford for the last 2 seasons, are in the lead here. They won at Old Trafford 4-1 last season, United, and 2-0 the season before. And the supporters have seen the first of the 3 signings open his account, Gordon Strachan. That's forward by Taylor. Good turn by Hughes away from Sinnott, but he couldn't find the finish. He's been sharp in the pre-season games, Mark Hughes, scoring goals more regularly than Norman Whiteside, which is why he's got the vote in that position. But after turning beautifully, he'd be disappointed with that shot. Here's Hughes wearing Stapleton's shirt. Quite a few players here with a chance to enhance their claim for recognition at Old Trafford. Barnes has already done that in an England context, and here's another international, Blissett. Callahan. Well worked by Callahan. Blissett. Hogg diving in a bit. Blissett still. Johnston. Good save, Bailey. Ball's not out yet, though. Here's Bardsley. And Strachan will look for an outlet here. And how well he waited until he found the right one. Good play. And Brazil with Steve Terry covered. Just back there, though, Gary Bailey making his first important contribution of the afternoon. It was a dangerous near-post situation, and Mo Johnston usually want to capitalise on those. Bailey closed him down. Foul by Terry on Brazil in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Strachan with the kick. He's had more of the game than Olsen, actually, but here's the latter. Taking on Bardsley. Blocked. Twice. I think David Bardsley's relishing this challenge today. But it's Manchester United who lead at half-time with a goal from the penalty spot by Gordon Strachan. But what a week for that incident to occur. One of our most interested viewers, surely Ray Tinkler of Boston, the man who in 1971 allowed West Brom's goal at Leeds, was strongly criticised by Jack Charlton only this week in our action replay series on BBC One. But today, on the first day of the new season, David Hutchinson of Harrogate does exactly the same thing. Not interfering, he said. Strachan was allowed to go on because he'd started in an onside position, and it all happened from there. The linesman with the red flag, Tom Berry, raised it, read the referee's intentions and put it down. Good teamwork there, and no riots here, and significantly, no complaints bar one from Watford, who took the decision in good grace. Frank Stapleton won't be able to play for Manchester United for at least another month. He's had some floating bone removed from one of his knees. Arnold Muren, though, is fully fit. It's just that he can't get into the side on this opening day of the season. The Watford manager, Graham Taylor, by the way, is celebrating the 7th anniversary of his first league match in charge of the club today. It was on the opening day of the 77-78 season, and it took place just down the road from here at Stockport, of all places, in the 4th division, watched by 3,000 people. That's where Watford's remarkable rise, in fact, started. They won 3-1 that day. They're a goal down here, but so much has happened in those intervening years. Here's Mark Hughes. So Sinnott's long throw is now needed from a defensive position. Back by Orbiston, though. That was Terry. Now it's Olsen. Saw Brazil early. Robson's trying to get into the box now. Their volley was by Hughes. And that was a fine effort. It was set up on the left-hand side by Jesper Olsen. And Mark Hughes, who had that remarkable record last season of scoring on 3 different debuts, Milk Cup, Canon League and International for Wales, wasn't too far off opening his account for the new season there. Moses and Moran both going in there on Mo Johnston. Taylor chipped it across towards Terry, and the header by Robson gives Watford the corner. Johnston takes up that far post position on corners, hoping to snaffle something from a flick on. Callahan to take. Barnes up with Robson. It's going to come to Jacket. Oh, and right across. And a corner given. Kenny Jacket, who volleyed, and the touch must have been by a Manchester United player. they were lucky. And these are causing some difficulties to Manchester United. Callahan again. Bailey under challenge there. From Johnston. Just wanted a touch there and Watford were level. Here's Robson. And that's Brazil. And he's got past Terry here. Brazil with the shot. Just a word about Steve Sherwood too. His handling's been good today. Offside against Hughes. Just been a moment or two when he's been tested with snapshots and crosses, Steve Sherwood, and once again he starts the new season first choice, doesn't allow any criticism to affect him, and that's good to see. Bardsley. And now Kevin Moore. Barnes really teasing them there, finding Taylor. That's a good effort, and it required a fine save by Gary Bailey. Les Taylor let him fly. It's come back to Callahan. Steve Terry is still forward. Nose is clear. Manchester United not sitting too easily on their one-goal lead. Watford having, again, plenty of the play. Luther Blissett. Callahan. Really driven. And corner off Albiston, I would think, the minute it was struck. He can drive the ball beautifully at times, this number 7 of Watford's. Recall those goals at Notts County last season. And doesn't seem to bother him which foot either. Robson's header away. Strachan just got a touch. Callahan. Oh, and here's Johnston with a chance. And still, and Terry! Well, that was a presentable opportunity for Steve Terry. He's so keen to do well, the number 5. Sometimes he's over-anxious, and he was there. So, Norman Whiteside appears off the bench, and not the happiest of Manchester United debuts for Alan Brazil. Popular player with the supporters is Norman Whiteside. Alan Brazil will perhaps need rather longer to fit into this United setup, as Jesper Olsen makes the run. So now Whiteside waits in the centre with Robson and Hughes. Strachan to Duxbury. Into Olsen. Moses winning it back from Jacket. Strachan. Duxbury. Whiteside calling for it. Off to Robson. The block by Taylor. Now, can Manchester United come strong in the last 15 minutes? This is Brian Robson. And now Whiteside. And Bardsley throws himself forward to deprive Hughes. Here comes Albiston. There's no power in that. Oh dear, Whiteside from Sinnott's back pass. Whiteside still, play on, says the referee. And Brian Robson, and a good save by Steve Sherwood. When he got away with the actual challenge, Sherwood, on Whiteside, who was looking for a penalty. But when the referee said play on, and it was pulled back to Robson, give the Watford goalkeeper due credit. Olsen takes a quick corner to Strachan. And Sherwood challenged by Whiteside. Foul. No goal. Steve Sherwood's heart might have been in his mouth after what happened in the FA Cup final with Andy Gray, but the referee here, well placed, says foul by Norman Whiteside. George Riley, who played in the FA Cup final and was the player left out to make way for Blissett, is now going to come on. And John Barnes has gone off. Just look at that. The first day of the season, 53,668 inside Old Trafford. Side for Blissett. Took that nicely. He's got runners to his left, and what a good ball. Johnston. Jacket outside him if he sees him. Well, he was asking a bit much, but in the meantime, the late challenge by Moses, after Johnston had actually released the ball, brought the play back for a free kick. And as we're in the last minute of normal time, this could be Watford's last chance. And he fired a useful-looking shot, did Johnston, but it was just too high. Nevertheless, it personifies what's been a good last half hour for Watford here. They've gone and chased the game, and it would look as though they've just failed to get anything out of the match. But there may still be an opportunity in stoppage time. Play to the last has always been the Liverpool maxim, and Watford have pushed Terry, Sinnott, Riley all over to the far side. And there's Riley, and there's Blissett, and it's Callaghan! Yes, they've done it! In stoppage time, Nigel Callaghan proves that you should never give up. And Graham Taylor dances a jig on the touchline. Watford supporters celebrate, and Manchester United, frankly, can't really complain. Watford have had the better of the second half. They sent the big men up. Riley, the substitute, got that important touch. It flew across the goal, and Callaghan, who's shooting from that angle, is something we've admired before, found the far corner of the goal. And it came in the last attack of the match. Watford go home with a point on the day when Manchester United unveiled their new talent, but certainly didn't turn on the style the way they would have hoped to do. Gordon Strachan's goal in the first half edged them ahead. It was a point too for Football's Debating Society this weekend. But Watford may feel in the light of that justice was done in the end. A good goal by Nigel Callaghan, making the final score at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Watford 1.